Good evening, everyone. Today we're gonna talk about cathodic protection for underground pipeline to protect the pipeline from corrosion. This is a method to protect the pipeline by sacrifice anode, like aluminum rod or magnesium rod, which they have a higher potential corrosion than carbon steel, the material of the pipeline. The procedure is very straightforward and start with field survey for pipeline and provide the right of way for underground pipeline and survey and put the flags on the ground. And after excavation of the soil, we should take the sample for soil resistivity test and analysis. And to calculate the resistivity of the soil and the current potential of the soil. Soil acting in this case, acting as a catalyst between sacrifice anode and pipeline. Another test gonna be SRB test and provide a compaction test of the soil. Amount of the moisture inside of the soil must be measured, and chemical content like gypsum, like calcium or magnesium of the amount content in the soil. Another more important analysis and test is pH measurement. We need to understand that soil is alkaline or acidic, okay? And by doing the pH number, okay, we can find out what type of the soil we are dealing. And temporary ground bed, we should provide the temporary ground bed for sacrifice anode. And after gathering all those information from analysis of the soil, length of the pipe, exact material of the pipeline, carbon steel, or which grade of the carbon steel, and thickness of the pipeline, what is the schedule of the pipeline, total length of the pipeline, how deep the pipeline is going to be embedded, and then we should design the cathodic protection system by finding, okay, how many anodes we have, what is the minimum distance between each anode, what is the capacity of the rectifier to provide the power, and what is the weight of each anode, the type of the connection between anodes and the pipeline, design the welding of the between cable and connection cable between anode and pipeline, and size and grade of the current cable. All the system must be designed. And after calculation, we need to provide the current connected to rectifiers, and Based on that, we're going to select the cathodic protection type. As I said, okay, calculate for anode and cable selection, grounding type selection to protect from the lighting, and all of those calculations based on the calculation of the resistance. TR selection, material takeoff, bill of material, order all the material for anodes and which type of the anode, magnesium or aluminum, material specification for material, and we should provide the installation drawing. Okay, as I said, depth of the bearing of the anodes, number of anodes, distance of each anodes, and weight of the anodes must be calculated, and detailed drawing of the calculation and drawing, and which exactly point, where exactly point of the cable going to be connected to the pipeline, and the welding must be thermic welding, a specific type of the welding to avoid of any catalytic corrosion or galvanic corrosion, and we call it another name of the galvanic corrosion, bimetallic corrosion between different material between cable and carbon steel piping. We are not going to escalate the corrosion between cable, connected cable, and which is copper, and carbon steel pipeline. That's we need to design the welding, and we need to have a specific welding procedure specification to connect the cable to carbon steel pipeline. And we should provide the spare part for the lifetime of the pipeline, because all those anodes have a specific lifetime. After periodically and frequently inspection, those anodes, after corroded and sacrificed, must be replaced with new anodes. Next step is the execution of the field execution of for installation cathodic protection, based on the cabling, welding, electrical test, electrical current analyzers, and measure the resistance on the cable on the field. Anode installation is very important. We need to provide enough compaction of the soil when we put the anode. When we install the anode, we should provide some gypsum on a layer of the gypsum underneath of the anode to minimize the direct connection of the anode with the moisture of the soil. TR installation, insulation flanges between the between anodes and the connection. We need to provide and install the bond box and the electrical junction box, and to the test points. Test points should be installed above the ground, and we should provide the manual of the operation manual for sacrifice anode, operation manual for testing, for inspection of the test points, and inspection test plan must be in place for inspecting the test point, and record all the current shows at the test point. Those records must be analyzed by corrosion engineer, and at the end of that, all those field inspection and inspection test plan completed and witnessed by certified inspector, that commissioning gonna be completed, and that cathodic protection system must be handed over to the pipeline operation people. And during the operation, we need, as I said, okay, we need to analyze the data. We need to analyze, review the condition of the underground pipeline to make sure this is continuously protected by sacrificed anode and cathodic protection intact and functioning properly. And if we have any problem during the operation, corrosion engineer and corrosion subject matter expert must be troubleshooting and resolve the problem. I hope this podcast is would be helpful for you and help you in your designing stage, operation section, and even construction and commissioning field. Thank you and have a good night.